Tracy here. Today I'm going to share with you a mini album I had made, and I made this for Philaine, and we all know her as P from Whimsical Endeavors. And P and I were in a Pay It Forward, and she made me the most beautiful, gorgeous mini album I have ever seen, and you can check on my channel, I have it on there. And so I decided to make her a mini album, and she loves butterflies, so that's where this idea came from. And I was thinking of this one night in bed on how to make the wings, because I wanted you to be able to see the papers behind it. And I was going to cut it out with my scroll saw, which would have been fine, but with the scroll saw you have to drill a hole and then put your saw blade in for each area, which would have been fine. Like I said, I would have done that. But I found this butterfly at Michael's, and what it was is a wooden butterfly, and you hang it up, and you pull the string, and then the wings move, so it looks like it's flying. So that was perfect. So I took that sucker apart and I painted this, and I undercoat the blue, and then I used the crackle medium, and then top coated it with the white so it has the crackle. And then for the body I painted it green, and then I thought, oh, I'll add some sparkle. So I used this very fine iridescent, it's beautiful, sparkles like crazy. And then as I was working with it, after a while I got a migraine, and I thought, well, if it gives me a migraine, it might give me a migraine, and I don't want that. So I just painted over top. So there's a little bit of sparkle, but it's not too intense. And I embossed this paper. This is just plain cardstock, and I embossed the bottom of it. And this album kicked my butt the whole time. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was my perfectionism creeping in, because I knew it was for P and I wanted it perfect, but oh, it was driving me crazy trying to get this the way I wanted it. And the one thing that bothered me was this album is encased like my steampunk coin envelope, but my steampunk was over one on top of the other, whereas this I wanted it butted up together and opened up. Well, it wanted to keep falling. It didn't want to close right, and I had the whole thing together, so I was going to make this work. So what I had to do was I had to add a little clip here. So see, as soon as I take the clip off, it kind of falls a bit. So that's why I had to add the clip to it. I tried a magnet and it's still in there. I'm hoping that once she puts some pictures in there and that, it will get a little fuller and it will close better. So that's what I had to do with the clip. And then I made most of the flowers on here I handmade. I got this one and that one in a rack, and somebody gave me the pin in a rack also. And so that's the front, and then the sides I just left pretty simple. I got the scroll and then the butterflies, and then in the back I have a little note in here for P, and I just have to sign it and date it, and my little stamp I like to use. So let's open it up, see how it opens like that. And I use the Graphic 45 Once Upon a Springtime collection in here, but not only that, because I never seem to just stick to one collection of paper. I like to mix and match it all, so which probably is harder to do than just sticking with a collection, but that's just what I seem to do. So on this spine here I have her name, and I used diamond glaze to make it shiny. And then also here, this paper is gorgeous. It's so beautiful. How can you put anything on here? You just want to look at this paper. It's so pretty. But what I did do was I also added some diamond glaze to the wings and to the bunny's eyes and stuff like that, just to give it, just so I could do something to this paper. And of course I ink the edges. I do that with everything. And then the second page, like I said, this isn't all Graphic 45. All these papers aren't. And I used one of the tags they have, and then I added my own tag in here. It has beauty, and then on the back I used some glimmer mist and a mask. She can put a picture on there if she wishes. And when I'm looking through this, I keep thinking it's too simple, but I don't know what else I can fit on these pages. And then here I made 2 tags, and I stamped. And these also were from the collection, and I colored them in with my my Copic markers. And then on the other side I put some decorative paper so she can put a picture on there and then journal on the side. And then here I fussy cut all the, or detail cut the flowers, which is not something I love to do, but it called for it. And then I also cut out that flower there. And then here is what I like to call my art page. I'm not very good with the art journaling, so I just leave that to the pros. But for some reason, this seemed to work for it. And what I used was the Tim Holtz dress form, and then his butterfly die, and then the birdcage die. And I altered the birdcage die so it would fit in with the body. And then I had all these little, punched out all these little butterflies on here. And put a little tag in there. And this butterfly here was a Martha Stewart punch, and again I used the diamond glaze, and this was from the inside of the butterfly, and I just put it on here. And there I used the iridescent sparkle, and it's not too bad on there, but that's a little area, maybe that's why. Then I stamped the background butterfly and stuff like that. And then this page here, I just, again, I colored these from the collection, and I just made a nice big tag so she has lots to journal on. And then these are rub-ons, and you know, I never use rub-ons, but I like them on here. And then I even added some color with my Copic markers, so I was impressed that they colored on top of there. Then another place for a nice big picture for her. And then the next page, yeah, this one was trouble too. I made one of the envelope flip books, and I have all the tags. I have all of them have journaling spot, and then I either stamped or here is a rub-on. So each pouch has something just a little bit different in there, or each pocket I should say. And then this was from the collection, and then it opens this way and this way and that way. So why this gave me such trouble was I wanted it to have a closure. I didn't want it flipping around. So the first thing I did was I thought, oh, I'll put a magnet on there. And I ran this strip of ribbon through and clipped it on. And I'm like, oh yeah, that works perfectly. Until I realized, no, I have to open it up on this side, and the ribbon was through, so I would have had to, or she would have had to, feed that piece of ribbon underneath here, underneath this paper here, every time she wanted to open it. And I'm like, oh, well, that kind of sucks. So I came up with the idea of putting a ribbon magnet on either side of it. Well, actually, my friend helped me with that, because I told her, I'm going crazy, help me. So she said to put the magnet closure on both sides. And then here I just put, I stamped this out and cut this out and embossed the butterfly. And a lot of butterflies on here, and lots of flowers and stuff like that. And she can put a little picture on there or whatever she wants to do on there. And then this one here has a nice big tag on it. And these butterflies here, they were, I don't know where I got them. Recollections? I'm not even sure. But they were a little too bright. So what I did was I just took some, I think I might have used tea dye, distress ink, and just put on top so it wasn't so bright, just aged it a little bit. And then here we all have seen these. If you were in my swap, I did the tag on there. And here's the tag, and then the back. You can journal on there. I just added a butterfly on here and some pearls. And then here's a postcard from the collection, and I just put a little tag on the back for her to journal on. And another one. And she can journal on the back there. And also what I did was I had a little butterfly charm, and I stuck it on the accordion flower I made, and I put it through one of the heart punches and just dangled it off of there. And then the next page is the bird cage die, and she can put a picture there if she wants, and it can close up there. And again, one of my birds, I don't like to stick them in the cage for some reason. And colored the butterfly with my Copic markers, and have a little tag here. I like that paper. In dreams we catch glimpses of a life larger than our own. I like that. And then this here, I was doing tags for the tag swap, and I cut these out, and just by fluke they came out, and I thought they looked really nice on there, so I stuck those on there. And again, this is from another paper collection. I don't remember the name of it. And another little postcard, and then she can journal on the back of it. But like I said, it looks simple, but this album just was kicking my butt. I don't know why, but I think it turned out pretty good. I really hope that P enjoys it, and all the other little goodies I'm giving her. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and hope you got some ideas on making one for yourself. Thanks a lot for joining me. Bye now.